Good morning from the National Weather Service here in Pocatello. My name is Carter, and this is your Southeast Idaho weather hazard briefing for Wednesday, January 10th. Following yesterday's cold front, we got another one rolling in today, pretty much looking like a repeat of what we saw yesterday. But beyond that, our next strong winter storm will arrive for Friday. I'll be breaking that down for you this morning. Key points we're going to focus on today. Do have a cold front working through the area later this morning through the early afternoon hours. What that means for us is continued areas of blowing and drifting snow with some snow squalls possible, again during those late morning into early afternoon hours. Our next stronger storm will arrive for Friday and Saturday, arriving in that Thursday night into Friday period, with widespread moderate to heavy snow and strong winds, with the potential for some Arctic air establishing itself into our area for early next week. Quick look at satellite for you this morning. Again, shows mostly clear skies, actually, as you head across eastern Idaho this morning. Still some lingering gusty winds and snow showers out there this morning, but you can see that system there working along the Washington-Oregon border. It's going to continue to work into our area over the coming hours, and with that, we're going to see snow continue to fill into our area throughout the day. I'll look at the bigger picture for you. So again, that low pressure system is going to work into our area for today. We do have a little bit of a ridge of high pressure attempting to build in, but we'll keep some active and unsettled weather kind of in the area through Thursday, ahead of that larger plume of moisture. You can see that there working into the Aleutian Islands and Gulf of Alaska. That'll be working into our area for that Friday, Saturday timeframe. Weather Scott look for your next 5 days. We'll focus on widespread snow and gusty winds today, especially as we're seeing already blowing and drifting snow out there, even ahead of the cold front. Wind stayed elevated overnight, so we are seeing some pretty significant travel impacts, especially as you head south and east of the Snake Plain this morning, with some areas seeing some road closures, especially across eastern Idaho this morning. For Thursday, we'll keep some snow in the area with some breezy winds, but overall the potential for more major impacts will arrive for Friday with widespread snow and gusty winds, of which will continue into Saturday before decreasing in coverage for your Sunday. And speaking of yesterday's cold front, if you were anywhere around the Magic Valley, Pocatello area yesterday, you got to see some thunder snow. Gusts pushed 60 to 80 miles an hour as a strong cold front and snow squalls worked through the area. And we did see some 18 cloud-to-ground lightning strikes in that area with several more cloud flashes. Watches, warnings, and advisories remain unchanged from yesterday. Again, these products will be going until this afternoon, so we're looking at a period of impactful weather for the morning commute through midday with some potential for some snow squalls with improving conditions by tonight. Temperatures today are cold on the cooler side as you head further north, single digits above and below zero, with warmest areas in the teens and 20s. But afternoon highs still hanging on to those teens, 20s, and 30s, sporting all snow with this event. Wind gusts this morning are on the breezy side. We are seeing some substantial blowing and drifting snow, especially as you get around the Sweetser Summit, Burley area, south into the South Hills. But as you get further north and east as well, still seeing some areas with road closures due to that blowing and drifting snow, and we are expecting those winds to remain elevated this morning. By this afternoon, not a whole lot of change there, still remaining in that gusts of about 30 to 40 miles an hour across the board as you get south of Du Bois and about Mackay, Sun Valley area south onto the Snake Plain down into Utah. And by this evening, again, starting to see those winds trend down, especially after sunset, so we're thinking some of those impacts may continue, especially as you head further south through the overnight hours, but at least the key impact period is going to be throughout the morning hours into the early afternoon. And for overnight tonight, if you're around Burley, not going to really get much of a break from the wind. It'll keep going through those overnight hours. And before I get to snowfall here, let's break down the timing for you of the snow for today. So again, we are seeing on radar this morning, this is a simulated reflectivity for today. We are seeing snow begin to work into the Central Mountains and Magic Valley this morning, starting off at 5 a.m. here. So taking either 6, 7, 8 o'clock, see snow begin to fill in west to east, kind of similar to what we saw yesterday. But overall, some breezy winds already out there, some widespread snow could make for a hazardous morning commute, especially as you head further west where snow will be falling for a little bit of a longer period. But as that cold front begins to work east throughout the day, so we're looking at about 11 noontime, the potential for some snow squalls will be there, again, late this morning through the early afternoon hours, but not as pronounced as what we saw yesterday. And heading into the afternoon and evening hours, overall going to see snow begin to trend down, but overall still seeing some snow showers out there continue overnight, especially south and east of the Snake Plain. But we're going to see a ramp up later in the day into Thursday. So again, mostly dry conditions still hanging out there for Thursday, but starting Thursday night, we'll start to see that increasing aerial coverage of snow into those afternoon and evening hours into Friday. And here's a look at the expected snowfall amounts today. Generally only about 1 to 4 inches in the valleys, a little bit higher as you get up into the mountains, with some gusty winds leading to those blowing and drifting snow concerns continuing. Temperatures on your Thursday, another cold morning, especially as you head further north, getting some drier conditions, some clearer skies breaking out there. So we could see some single and double digits below zero with some wind chills bottoming out around that negative 25 range, especially as we get some colder air spilling over the divide. But afternoon highs on Thursday, seasonably cool in the teens and 20s. Snowfall amounts on your Thursday, again, much of this will be kind of at the early part of the day and then later in the day. We are expecting mostly dry conditions throughout the day on Thursday. Again, just keeping some isolated snow showers out there, particularly in the mountains. We're going to see that precipitation increase heading into Thursday night into Friday. And wind gusts on Thursday, not going to be as strong as what we saw the last couple of days, but gusts on the order of about 25 to 35 miles an hour, especially across the higher elevations of central Idaho and south central Idaho. And for your Friday, another cool morning. We've got widespread cloud cover coming in, so that'll help warm things up just a little bit in the morning. Afternoon highs, teens 20s to low 30s. And here's a look at the snowfall amounts for your Friday. So we're looking at an impactful period of weather, again, returning for Friday. Generally in the order of about 1 to 4 inches again in the Snake Plain, with higher totals maybe in that 4 to 8 inch range in some of our mountain valleys, with locally higher totals across the higher elevations. And wind gusts on Friday. If you weren't sick of the wind yesterday, we got plenty more coming for you on Friday. Widespread wind gusts on the order of about 40 to 60 miles an hour peaking, and especially across the Snake Plain, Magic Valley, could see gusts pushing maybe 50 to even 60 miles an hour or stronger in places, especially with those wind-prone areas. Temperatures on your Saturday, a cold morning further north with the warmest areas in the teens and 20s to start off the day. Afternoon highs, 20s to low 30s. And snowfall amounts on your Saturday, again, we're seeing an impactful period of weather. Again, that Friday-Saturday time frame, looking at a widespread about 2 to 8 inches across the Snake Plain, especially as you get closer to the Magic Valley and across the eastern Snake Plain around the Gate City area, and seeing some much higher totals as you get south and east of the Snake Plain and north of the Wood River Valley up towards Fairfield and Stanley. Wind gusts on Saturday will keep that breezy wind trend going. Again, gusts on the order of about 30 to 40 miles an hour, especially as you head further south with lighter winds further north. Temperatures on Sunday start to see a weak influence of some of that Arctic air potentially working into our area for Sunday, but overall single digits and double digits below zero further north, warmest areas in the teens, with afternoon highs seasonably cool in those teens 20s to low 30s. And wind gusts on Sunday, again, we're starting to see those impacts begin to die down as we head into that Sunday period. So we're overall going to see some lingering snow showers, but trending a little bit drier for that day. Some lingering blowing and drifting snow, certainly possible. Snowfall amounts on your Sunday. First time we're seeing some drier conditions actually begin to build in. So best chances for snow on Sunday will be south and east of the Snake Plain, on the order of about 1 to 3 inches in the valleys, a little bit higher as you head into those higher elevations. And temperatures on your Monday, again, we're looking at a potential. We were kind of seeing where that cold air is going to be setting up for early next week. But the National Blend of Models is showing of widespread areas of very cold air. Working in for Monday morning, we're looking at widespread single and double digits below zero. Those will be the air temperatures up around Island Park, Monida Pass. Could be pushing about 20 to 25 below at times, with afternoon highs barely getting into the single digits up there, with warmest areas in the teens and low 20s. Speaking of those wind chills on Monday, it's off the charts there as you head further northeast. Our scale goes down to negative 30 here, so there's a potential for some dangerous wind chills below negative 30 degrees, especially as you head up into the higher elevations further north up towards Spencer and Island Park. And wind gusts on Monday, again, not seeing a whole lot of wind there, but it doesn't take a lot of wind to get those really strong, at least dropping with the temperature-wise when it comes to wind chill. And snowfall amounts on your Monday, not seeing a whole lot of snow for your Monday, just some isolated chances in the mountains. And here's a look again. We're looking at the National Blend of Models totals through Sunday. So overall, seeing that impactful period of snow today, generally order of about a couple more inches of snow in the valleys, a little bit higher in the mountains with some lingering breezy winds. But that Friday-Saturday system is going to bring a substantial load of snowpack to all of southern Idaho and extending all the way up into Montana and northern Idaho as well, where several more feet of snow will be possible through Sunday. A look at what's to come. Again, 6 to 10 day period does keep the Pacific Northwest and Northern Rockies in that more active than normal trend, but start to see some more near normal to below normal across the desert Southwest. And we're talking about that cold air in the 6 to 10 day period. Again, the 15th through 19th showing that bullseye of very high confidence of some very cold air working into the Midwest and plains. As you get into our area, a little bit weaker confidence. It's kind of been flip-flopping back and forth with some of the temperature forecasts on just how cold we're going to get. But certainly towards the end of this week into early next week, certainly keep an eye on some of those temperature forecasts. 8 to 14 day period keeps active weather continuing across the western U.S. through that 17th through 23rd timeframe. In 8 to 14, more of that near normal to just slightly below normal temperatures. And what that means for us, highs in those teens, 20s, and low 30s. And that's about all I have for you this morning. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please feel free to send us an email, give us a call, or check out some information on our website. Have an awesome Wednesday and stay safe out there.